Right, well, this is Danny. So today I'd like to go into telepathy. Now, let's reference non-speakers, those who are mute, autistic, and let's also connect that to anyone who is spiritually awakened or advanced, okay? So bringing this back. Now, telepathy, mind-to-mind discussions, mind-to-mind knowing has been on the table for hundreds of years. The way that we're looking at this right now is much different. We have information from science proving telepathy, the ability to read the mind, the ability to understand without verbal communication. We also have the education system that are dealing with children with special needs, and then we have a metaphysical spiritual community that refer to things like this as psychic, intuitive, maybe being chosen, gifted. So there's multiple communities out here that are all speaking about the same thing with slightly different perception and different terminology. Okay. So just to give you a little heads up, right? So, where we are today is I've been fortunate enough to get to know each one of these communities. I'm newly involved with the autism community, and I'm realizing the overlap in so many different symptoms or experiences, right? And so I'm here to talk about this. Now, I don't have a map drawn out for you, but I would like to just bring up a few instances that I experience, and I'd like to give you a few reference points, right? So, my goal is to start working with autistic children, autistic and non-speaking autistic children. So, I'm looking for a part-time position to help guide them along their way. Now, I am a fluent telepath, right? And I've been on all these different sides. So, what I've been able to bring out of this right now, you see me, it's like I'm looking, I'm thinking, what I've been able to bring out of this right now is that there are so many of us that haven't talked about our experiences and the capabilities of those that are non-speakers are so phenomenal. They're beyond even what me as a specialist would know. But something simpler that I could say to you, let's say, right? Because now I'm tapping into all fields. So say we as telepaths, non-speaking, autistic, whichever one you want to put, whichever box you feel comfortable in grabbing, right? We tap into a just the consciousness, the overall consciousness. It's just the energy, it's the being, it's everything. So do you want to call that Akashic Records? Do we want to call that intuition? I'm going to refer to it as consciousness. Um, we tap into that. So we can see, feel, sense all the clairs, right? Every ESP that there would be, extrasensory perception. We excel in that naturally. And that enables us to connect to all things. Connect. What do you mean? To have a heightened sense of what things are, whether they're matter, etheric, either way. We have a heightened sense that enables us to read rooms, read situations, read um, things, right? Things. So plants, right? You hear people that can relate to plants. Those study them. Some are have a natural. green thumb. And then there's others who connect and have a knowing, and some may be psychic, and some may just be tuned in. Intuitive, psychic, intuitive, and tuned in. Non-speakers, tuned in. So non-speakers, to my knowledge and experience, have the most heightened extrasensory perception. And the non-speaking is a protective mechanism for this experience. Why? Why? Like, why? Well, because if you're trying to follow me in this video right now for 4 minutes or so, imagine following the life of a non-speaker. I haven't even gotten started yet. Okay? So imagine knowing nothing and following the emotions, following, trying to understand the language of a non-speaker. Now, if non-speakers try to put this into words, how do you describe feelings that don't have terminology? There's no terms for them. And so, okay, I'll put myself in those shoes. Grab the closest language that we can use. For those of us who are speaking English, this would be one of the hardest forms of communication to convey because of the, what do you call it? I don't even know what you call it. Because of the way that the English language is written, verbs, nouns, blah, 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 the positions of that. Now, so a non-speaker would be more comfortable speaking something along the lines of Shakespearean Sanskrit. Yeah. Okay. So for those of you linguistics who know, then you would know. If not, you can Google it. The forgotten languages are easier to explain ourselves than English. English places an educational direction in the communication, and that goes against the natural format of a non-speaker. So this English language, for example, works well for everyone who's going with the program. Get with the program, right? Everyone who's going with the program, thinking straight 1 through 10, okay, English language, you can get it. You can bring this over here, this over here. Well, non-speakers, ADHD, dyslexics, dyslexia, sorry, everyone over there, we look from point one to point three to maybe point two to seven to 12 to nine back. And it's to grasp the entire picture instantly, not to start from we know nothing. We're going to look at the first sentence, the second sentence, the third paragraph. Here's the end of the book. Now I know. Well, non-speakers have extrasensory perception and already know intuitively, and even take it further, even looking, even through sight, even through premonition, even through telepathy, right? We've already gone there, been there, come back 10 times before a regular speaker has gotten to number three, right? Second paragraph. So why bother explaining? It's as though it's like when someone says, "How are you?" I get this a lot. How are you? And oh, wow. So I'm like, how am I? That's so vast. That's huge. How am I? I think so deeply. Wow. Well, okay, blah, blah. This is going to be a 20-minute response. Someone else who is only thinking from the logical mind is going to think, well, let's see, the appropriate answers that I were taught would be good, bad, okay. Maybe they're lucky enough to know a few slang comments that would be similar to good, bad, or all right. And so now me, okay, say I ask someone else. That was if someone asked me. If I ask someone else, if a non-speaker were to start speaking and ask you in this colorful, huge world, how are you? And you reply, good. That's the non-speaker has already gauged you, looked at you, probably seen your morning, afternoon, and next week. So, how are you? Meaning translation, how are you feeling about the events that you are experiencing? How are you feeling about your upcoming desires and dreams and actions that you're deciding on? How much are your fears affecting you? Well, we could see, we could sense that this is a lot. How comfortable are you with the fears that are affecting you? And so let's skip, and get to the point. Now, getting to the point is not the same as I'm fine, fine. Like what? So this is a maze for anyone new to this. And I would love to be more involved and to offer my specialties coming from an experiential level. I do believe that there's a better way to connect all of these sectors, groups, whichever. Um, I know that there's definitely science and sensitives, mystics and researchers coming together to be real efficient, and the success is phenomenal. It's beautiful. If you've heard any of my other videos, it's incredible. But coming back down to a more basic level, our education system. So imagine you're a teacher or you're a parent and you're in class and you have a child that's acting up, that you've tried everything. We've done IEP, 504s. We've even gone into special education, and then satellite schools on top of that, right? And it's like, what do we do? Is it the parent's fault? Okay, let's go into basics. Is there something at home? Is there biologically, medically, something, psychiatric, imbalance, something? Okay, all the checks across the board can't for the life of us understand what's going on. Well, this is where those that are advanced and out of reach already are proficient in these things, but cost a fortune to do that, cost a fortune to go into Ivy League schools, whatever, where this is organized. So back over here, this is where an experienced, intuitive, responsible person comes in and would be of assistance. This would be an excellent teacher's aide, for example, just position, social worker aide, right? To work together and say, what are the recommendations? Not always right. I mean, but obviously, if you get someone certified, I'm certified, but not always right. But your chances of success are greatly improved when you're collaborating. When you're collaborating. And we're at the point, 2026, where it's time to be efficient. It's time to be productive. The old is just done. Like, it's like, is what it is, right? We're going digital, we're going here, we're going there, enough. So, how do we bring this type of beautiful system, peace, mindfulness into regular public schools. Help our children and offer these things to the family members that maybe they have no idea. Maybe they're not even intuitive. Everyone has a gut instinct, whether you ignore it or not. But even the strongest atheists have, oh yeah, my gut, like I knew that. I knew that person was going to call. I knew that was going I had a feeling that was going to happen. So, okay, we're beyond conversation. This is where we are. How do we use these things to our benefit? Mm, Not to win lottery tickets. And I mean, I don't know how to do all that, but to work with families, this is just one instance, to help children. I'm in Facebook groups and I'm hearing from thousands of family members that are saying, what do I do? I'm a teacher. How do I help? I'm losing it. I'm exhausted. I'm a parent. I've tried everything. Our family's falling apart. What do I do? I'm now a single parent and my child's in pain. My child's suffering. How do I help them? And well, you know what? This is a start. Science is on it. The education system is on it. Everyone is working hard and a lot of success is here. Let's level it up more. Let's do this. Let's do it. And give it a shot. Like to me, it's common sense. And like I said, I know that the private schools that are financially out of reach for a lot of people are already flourishing doing this. They've been doing this. So it's time. And thank you for listening. Um, Thank you for being here. You know that every now and then I'm guided to share something that is going to be helpful, and I was guided to share this. So if this is a conversation that you would like to participate in, then you can like my channel, subscribe, and hit the notification button. And when you see this, pop in. We are definitely going to be doing lives, Q&As, and you could always just reach out. You could just leave a comment, whatever. Negativity is not allowed on here. So if you don't have something nice to say, don't bother. Not not going to happen. But I would love your recommendations. I would love your information. And I just want you to know that there's tons of beautiful teams out there working on every aspect of this right now to get to you, to get to your families, to get to your children, and to just be to to be that voice to help to get to the next step. Let's get to the next step, right? It's time. So they need a voice. There you go. So thank you all so much. Have an amazing day and see you again. Take care.